Well, I woke up Sunday morning with no way to hold my head that didn't hurt. And the beer I had for breakfast wasn't bad, so I had one more for dessert. And I fumbled in my closet through my clothes and found my cleanest, dirty shirt. And I washed my face and combed my hair and stumbled down the streets to meet the day. And I smoked my mind the night before on the Sunday morning sidewalk, wishing, Lord, that I was stoned. 'Cause there's something in a Sunday that makes the body feel alone. And there's nothing short of dying that's half as lonesome as that sound of the sleeping city sidewalk and Sunday morning coming down. Hello friends, this is David Potts with Song Notes, and today I'm going to show you how to pick up your guitar and play Sunday Morning Comin' Down. This song is written by Kris Kristofferson. You may know the Johnny Cash version or the Willie Nelson version or the version by many other artists who've covered it. So I'm going to show you how to play it. You're only going to need 4 chords. I'm going to show you a simple strumming pattern. If you want to get really advanced with things and add runs and stuff, you can do that using what I show you as a foundation. But this is going to be a very beginner-friendly lesson. So buckle up, strap in, and let's get going right away here, okay? So first up, a note here that I'm going to be teaching this lesson with no capo, okay? Johnny Cash uses a capo on the 1st fret using chords in the key of G. Kris Kristofferson uses a capo on the 2nd fret using chords in the key of G. I'm going to do the same chord shapes they use. I'm just going to be using no capo. Okay, so keep that in mind in case you want to play along with your favorite artist. Now, with that said, what do we need to play this song? Well, fundamentally, we're going to need 2 things. One is the chords, and the other one is a strumming pattern. Okay, I'm going to show you both of those now. So for these chords, there's going to be 4 of them. You're going to have a G, a C, a D, and an E minor. Okay, so the quick lesson about these chords is for the G, it's all 6 strings, 3rd fret, 2nd fret with your index and middle fingers, open for the 3rd and 4th string, and then use your pinky and your ring on the 3rd fret of the B string and the E string. Okay, so 3rd, 2nd, open, 3rd, 3rd. That's a G chord, okay? You can play a C chord as well with your ring finger and middle finger on the 3rd fret and 2nd fret of the 5th string and 4th string, okay? And then open, 1st fret, open. So with C, you only want to play the thinnest 5 strings, okay? Now the D chord is the thinnest 4 strings. Open, 2nd fret, 3rd fret, 2nd fret. Okay, that's a D chord. Remember, only play the thinnest 4 strings. And then an E minor, which is open, 2nd fret, 2nd fret, open. Okay, so those are the chord shapes you're going to need. These are very standard chords for anyone starting out in guitar, so you need to know them if you don't already. But with that, we're going to then use a strumming pattern. I recommend doing a bass down, up, bass down, up, bass down, up, bass down. When I say bass, what I mean is a down strum where you play the bass string of the chord. So bass down, bass down, up, 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 bass down. Okay, so you can play it really slow or really fast, but basically bass down, up, bass down, up. Okay, repeat that, no matter which chord you're playing. Okay, so each of those chords with that strumming pattern, the G again would be bass down, up, bass down, up, bass down, up. Okay, a C would be bass down, up, bass down, up, bass down, up, bass down. So the 5th string there is your bass note. The D chord, bass down, up, bass down, up, bass down, up, bass down. and then an E minor, 6th string. Okay, so that's the strumming pattern you'll need. Now all you have to do is sort of look at these lyrics with the chords on top of them, and then basically just use that strumming pattern wherever you see the chords. I recommend taking it slow and keep things just very simple if you need to play along initially. But basically, let's do a quick playthrough of the verse and then the chorus. And that's all you'll need for this song is a verse and a chorus. You just repeat those for the second verse and the second chorus, okay? So. Well, I woke up Sunday morning with no way to hold my head. It didn't hurt. And the beer I had for breakfast wasn't bad, so I had one more for dessert. And I fumbled in my closet, through my clothes, and found my cleanest, dirty shirt. And I washed my face and combed my hair and stumbled down the steps to meet the day. On the Sunday morning sidewalk, I'm wishing, Lord, that I was stoned. 'Cause there's something in a Sunday that makes the body feel alone. And there's nothing short of dying that's half as lonesome as the sound of the sleeping city sidewalk. And Sunday morning coming down. So the last thing I want to show you in this lesson is how to do some of the walk downs. And by walk down, I mean moving from G to E minor. Okay, you're traversing the bass notes. I'm also going to show you the walk down from C to a G, okay? So let's look at those real quick. For the E minor walk down, basically you start on a G and you do the regular strumming pattern. But then you go. Okay? So what's happening there is start on that G, and basically I'm going to use my middle finger for the 3rd fret of the low E string, and then my 2nd finger for the 2nd fret of the low E string, and then open. So 3, 2, open. 3rd, 2nd, open. 3rd, 2nd, open. 3rd, 2nd, open. But I want to do that when my ring finger and pinky finger are in the G position. Okay, so keep my ring and pinky finger still, but put my index finger down on the 2nd fret. So. Okay. And you'll notice when I do this index finger on the 6th string, the 5th string, I'm not pushing it down anymore. I'm sort of leaning this finger on it, so it's sort of muting the string. Okay, so see the tab here. The X means that string is not making a sound, okay? So anyway, you want to use this when he's doing like, put on my cleanest, dirtiest shirt. Okay? Then I stumbled on my face and combed my hair and blah, 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 blah. All right. So the second walk down I want to show you is going from a D to a G. Okay? On this one, you're going to walk down the bass note. Okay, so start off by going to a D, and then look at this tab and just do these sort of bass notes going down. Open 4th string, middle finger on the 3rd fret of the A string, okay? Index finger on the 2nd fret of the A string, open A string, and then low E string 3rd fret, okay? So, again. Now the key when you do this, so you want to keep your ring finger on the 3rd fret of the 2nd string because you're in your D shape, right? Lift up your middle finger so you're doing 3rd, open, 2nd, 3rd, okay? These are the first two chords. Regular D to a D over C. Okay, and the next note is you want to move your index finger toward the sky, 2 strings, so it's 2nd fret on the A string, okay? And then if you can, put your middle finger here on the 2nd fret of the G string. Okay, so look at this difference between the 2nd chord and the 3rd chord. The 2nd chord is, then the 3rd chord. And you're not really playing the full chord at the same time, you're really emphasizing that bass note, so. And then the last chord is you just lift up your index finger and keep your middle and ring where they are, okay? So again. And then to G. Hear that descending bass note? Okay? Really practice this. It might be tough. Really the hard part isn't putting your middle finger there, but it's that switch from the 2nd chord to the 3rd chord. Because you're switching 2 fingers. But I think it's totally doable to learn because you're not doing any bar chords, you're not doing any huge stretches. So, right, and one final thing I'll show you if you want is you can do a sort of alternating bass note version where you're basically this is a bit more similar to what Johnny Cash does, right? What I'm doing there is for each chord, I'm sort of taking the lowest 2 strings. So on the G string, it's a G chord, it's a right? On the 6th string and 5th string. And then, so bass, down, up, 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 bass, down, up. Where the 2 bass strums are down strums that alternate the bass note. And a C would be okay? And a D would be okay? And the E minor okay? Now what you also can do is do a muted palm mute here, where you're going to lay your fleshy part under your pinky, right by the bridge of your guitar. Right? Nice little sort of percussive Johnny Cash train song. Boom, chicka 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 boom. All right. So otherwise, that's all you're going to need for this song. I hope this was helpful for you. Again, you can keep this one simple, or you can add in some of the walk downs and do some of the alternating bass notes and have a bit more fun with it, okay? But add the capo where you like, if you like. And otherwise, final reminder, head on over to playsongnotes.com to print out the nicely formatted thing for this lesson. This one's actually not nicely formatted, but it will be because I'm typing that up next. And you know, for all my lessons, I like to give you guys and girls what you need to easily print things out. So here's a sample. Playsongnotes.com. You can get these printouts of a lot of my lessons, nicely formatted, meant to, you know, be printed out, and you can keep it around the house, put it in a notebook, whatever you like, okay? So check it out. Thanks for watching this video. Let me know what other Johnny Cash or Kris Kristofferson or outlaw country songs you might want to hear. I'm always doing lessons for those, but thank you very much. This has been David Potts, and I want you to pick up your guitar and play. Bye-bye.